Hey guys, Magnus here. What's this? You're right, it's the Battle of the Best Events. It's returning. So today we're going to be versing two events, and that is Christmas 2012 against Easter 2014. So yeah, if you don't realise what the series is about, there is a playlist in my channel where you can watch all the previous episodes. So basically what we're doing here is we're versing these two major events, and we're going to discover which one's the better, so which one gets the most points. So there are 5 points to be won. The first point is for structure and theme, the second point is for characters and costumes, the second point is for buildings and building skins, the fourth point is for decorations, and the fifth point is my overall feelings as of today over the event, like my reflection. So my overall feel. It's like a little bonus point or a tiebreaker. So anyway, let's get into it. Starting with the oldest of the events, which is of course Christmas 2012. So Christmas 2012 is actually the very first update that I ever played, and I loved it a lot. So it's the first ever proper event anyway I played. I kind of started tapped out going into it, so I got a lot of the stuff here. So how this one was structured was very different to events that we get now, because there was a lot more freedom. So basically you earned these coins, these like Homer Santa coins, and with those coins you could purchase whatever you wanted. So you could save up to get, the most expensive thing, which I think was either the try and save, or I think it was the try and save, or it was Santa's Little Helper, which was the most expensive thing. Or you could get like skins for the houses, like you can get Christmas skin for the Simpsons house that was only 50. There was a lot of freedom with this. Basically you could purchase whatever you want, save up as much as you like. So that pretty much sums it up. There isn't anything too unique about this. There was still some premium stuff, but most of it was just the donuts. The only premium stuff really was the Santa's Village, which came with Santa and Homer. So yeah, that is the Christmas 2012. Let's move on to Easter 2014. So this event was very different. This is, I guess, an older style major event. It's not like a multi-event or anything like that. Now, how this Easter event was structured was very frustrating. That's all I'm going to say. Now, the one thing I hated about this event is the Easter egg boxes. So basically there was these boxes that you had to earn, and then you opened the boxes to get certain items. So you had to get the eggs, and then I think with the eggs you got the boxes, and then you had to basically get things from there was 3 different boxes, right? But to earn the top box, you had to unlock the box in a lower box. I think I remember it was really tedious. Now I used donuts. I used hacked donuts, I'll be honest, to try and get everything. It took me about 40 minutes to actually get everything. It was ridiculous. So if you actually wanted to try and get everything and invest money, it was going to be ridiculously hard. That's the kind of memories I have of it. Apart from that, it was kind of structured. That's the best way it was really structured. Everything else was just kind of either in the store or unlocked with eggs. A bit more, I say a bit more freedom. I don't know, it was very poorly designed, I think, making it very impossible to get certain items. I was not a fan of this one whatsoever. So if I had to give the point to anyone, it was going to have to be Christmas 2012. Sorry. Just because there was a lot more freedom and it was less hard. I'm going to have to just shut down Easter because I hated that stuff with the egg boxes. So moving on, let's talk about the characters. So starting with Christmas 2012, so of course there was a level included. Now I don't know if we count Barney's Bowl-O-Rama as part of the characters that were given in 2012, but considering they gave us the level was sort of Doctor themed, and we got Dr. Hibbert and Dr. Nick, I think. And Barney's Bowl-O-Rama was actually originally Christmas coins, yeah. So Barney's Bowl-O-Rama, although it became a permanent thing in the store, I am counting this as a part of the event. So the characters we got were, of course, Barney, an amazing character to get, the blue Funzo, the purple Funzo, and the pink Funzo. I'm not such a big fan of these. I think they were overpriced in terms of the Santa coins as well, so I'm gonna have to give a thumbs down for that. Santa's Little Helper. Now, at the time, this was pretty awful. The main reason why it was pretty awful was because although it was ridiculously expensive, and then it later became 150 donuts, but this was an NPC at the time. So I'm gonna give a thumbs down for this, but purely based on the price and how ridiculous it was to get the Santa's Little Helper, considering he was just an NPC. I know he later gets tasks, but I'm trying to base this just on the event. And then we also got Santa Homer as a costume. Now, Sideshow Mel was also added, but I don't think that was a Santa coin, so I'm not going to include that. Santa Homer as a costume. So, yeah, a lot of great characters there, and one pretty good costume. I think, Barney is obviously a stellar one. Santa's Little Helper, I think you could maybe argue, later he becomes a good character, which is certainly true, but I'm trying my best to base this on the event as it released. And the Funzos are, they're decent too. They're not, but at least they're NPCs. Anyway, moving on. We of course have Easter 2014. So we of course got the Bunny 24601, which is meh. It was free, so I don't know. You got the Egg Council guy. Very funny little NPC. Hugs Bunny. I think Hugs Bunny's okay. I like some of his tasks. Father Sean, again, okay. Sherry Bobbins is, again, meh, okay. Chirpy Boy and Bart Jr., pretty cool NPCs. Crazy Cat Lady is a great character to get. And then Mojo, the Helper Monkey, was pretty decent to get too. I will say, though, that I think it was Father Sean, or it was either Father Sean or Sherry Bobbins. Those two were the things I just could not get. So I would be surprised if a free play, someone who just played for free, got both of those characters, or even two of them. I think both of them were in the box, right? So they were both ridiculously hard to get. So, yeah, I'm taking that into consideration. Now this point is just really tricky, because on one hand, there's more of a quantity of characters in the Christmas 2014. But on the other hand, there's Barney in the other one, and I think Barney might just trump all. The only one that Barney might not trump is Crazy Cat Lady. But I'm going to very loosely give the point to Christmas 2012. Trust me, this was a tight one. I'm just going for Barney, and I'm giving Santa Homer a good thumbs up, and I'm giving the benefit of the doubt a little bit. Not truly, but it's cool at least to get Santa's Little Helper, even if he was ridiculously expensive. So, yeah, that is my final score. I'm giving that point to good old Christmas 2012. So then we come on to buildings. So let's start with, of course, Christmas 2012. So we of course got the Maple Store, which is very cool. We got Barney Spoiler-Rama, which is very awesome. We got Try and Save, which is a pretty decent building too. I'm not counting the Krusty Lou Studios. I just feel like I don't think Sajima really was a part of this event. And then you've of course got the Santa's Village there too. But on top of that, you've also got all the Christmas decoration facades. So you've got the Simpsons house, Flanders house, Brown house, Cletus's farm, Purple house, Blue house, Van Houten house, Pink house, White house, Willie's shack, Orange house, Munt's house, Krabappel apartments, Frink's lab, and the Volcano layer. So you have to include those skins too. So a lot of cool skins there. Well, Christmas skins. But at the time, I was really happy to get them. They were really cool. I thought it was a really awesome idea. So moving on, we of course have Easter 2014. So Easter gave us the Blocko Store, Johnny Fiestas, Crazy Cat House, Fireworks, Candy and Puppies, and the Banana Dictatorship. Now, I've got to say, some of these buildings are some of my favourites. Blocko Store, I love. That's probably one of my favourite buildings. Johnny Fiestas, I think, is a great building too. And the Fireworks, Candy and Puppy Store, I really love too. The only ones that I'm a little iffy on is the Crazy Cat House. I do think it's very small. And the Banana Dictatorship, I think, is a bit difficult to decorate. But even so, I still like those buildings. So it's a bit of a tricky one, this, because, again, another really tricky round, because I really love Barney's Bowler Armor, but I do admit it's sometimes a bit tricky to decorate. The Maple Store is very awesome. Like, I don't actually have any faults with that. Try and Save, I don't have any faults with that. The Santa's Village is a little difficult to decorate. So in this case, I'm going to give the point to Easter. I think, yeah, there's just awesome, more brighter buildings. The Blocko Store, I think, is what takes it to the lead. So, of course, now we must move to decorations. The best of the rounds. So, we have Christmas 2012. Now, the only two decorations that we were given were the reindeer and the holiday tree. So, just two decorations. This is pretty dire. So, let's look at the Easter update. So, of course, the Easter update gave us the Easter banner, the pastel picket fence, the Easter float, the Codus, and the Kang bush things, the natural Fabergé egg, the Sumatran century flower, the Easter gate, the beach towel umbrella, the Easter tree, the Easter pond. I love a lot of these Easter decorations. So I'm gonna say the Easter egg pile, the Easter fence, the Frankfurt egg generator, and the generator 2. So I'm giving this one to Easter, obviously. There's just more decorations there, and a lot of them are good. So it comes down to my overall feel. Ooh, this is a tricky one. Okay, are you ready? So Christmas 2012, I have a lot of fond memories for. Easter 2014, I have nothing but pain. So it's not a hard one at all. It goes to Christmas 2012. That takes the lead. Unfortunately, it came down to my thoughts. To be fair, actually now thinking about it, I actually would probably switch the building point to go to Christmas anyway, so we wouldn't have had to go to this. But even if I did that, it would be the... wait, no. Would it be the same? No. Wait, what am I doing? I would have taken the Easter point, so even if I did that, it would have just been 4. So we'll be nice to Easter. We'll give them that building point. Maybe I would have changed it, but who knows. Right, so we'll submit those scores. So you can see that Christmas 2012 goes to the next round to verse Secret Agents. And then next week we are, well, I say next week, next time, I probably won't have it out next week, we'll be versing Bart Royale against Burns' Casino. So that will be interesting. And then after that, we only have 3 more for round 2. Hopefully we can get to round 3. I do want to complete this series. I'm like really OCD about it. I want it to be completed. I want to know who the winner is. I don't even know myself really. I mean, I've got a few like ideas who I think the winner would be, but I'm not sure, you know, because there's been some of the times when I've gone through this and I've kind of based it on this rating system. I've actually had I've had a few surprises myself. I'm like, oh damn, I really thought that event would win, but yeah, actually looking at it, no, this event is better. So, tell me your thoughts as always, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.